Now, if you've been looking into GPS dog fences, then you've probably noticed that most of them sound great on paper until you start reading the reviews. People talk about drifting boundaries, weak signals, collars that only work in perfect conditions, and it can get really frustrating. So today we're going to take a closer look at the SpotOn Nova Edition. Brand new. This is SpotOn's newest and most advanced GPS dog fence yet. And it's not just a quick overview. We're going to unbox it, going to walk you through every major feature, show you exactly how fence creation works, functions with this system, and most importantly, take it into the real world, like open fields, wooded areas, and residential spaces to see how it's actually designed to perform. Now, this is a Petcited review, so the goal here is very simple. And by the end of this video, you should know whether or not the SpotOn Nova Edition is actually making sense for your dog and your property. Now let's start right at the beginning. Now the SpotOn Nova Edition is a wireless GPS dog fence that does not use buried wires, base stations, or any physical boundary. Everything that happens through GPS and the SpotOn app. Now what makes the Nova different and why it's getting so much attention is that it uses 151 satellites, which is more than most GPS dog fences on the market. And it's designed to work on large properties in wooded or rural areas and in places with uneven terrain or metal structure. And it also works without cell service for your basic fencing needs. There's no required subscription to use the fence itself. Tracking plans are completely optional and only necessary if you want live location alerts or manual feedback through the app. So let's get into the box and see what you actually get with the SpotOn Nova series.
Now, this is a premium collar, and obviously it comes in a premium box, one of those magnetic flap cover joints. Now, the collar, as you can see, it's huge, it's thick, it's a little on the heavy side. However, it's awfully flexible, and you can see how it bends in here real easy. And it's not, you don't feel like you're going to break the thing. Got a little bit of excess collar. That's something you may want to worry about if you've got maybe a smaller dog or maybe even a large dog with a narrow neck like my Athena. But you also get your QR codes in here, your training manual. Open it up. It's got the entire layout of what setting the collar up for the first time, downloading the app, and all that good stuff. And then you got your basic supplies in here, like your little wall plug, which is a USB-A receiving end, and this is a USB-C cable. So on the other end, you'll have the USB-C port, which will go into this 6-point magnetic charger here. And I'll get into this here in just a minute and show you how that works. But you also get your standard little tool and just generally for screwing in your short and your long contact points. And you do get 2 short and 2 long contact points with the SpotOn Nova series, just like the previous SpotOn Omni series. Now, speaking of that Omni series, it had a cradle charge system. This one is a very neat system here. It's magnetic, 6-point magnetic charger, and I'm using my little portable charger here just to make this example. But you plug the USB-C into the side, pop it right on the front, and it starts charging. It even lets you know that it's charging with a little mechanical voice. I don't know if you could hear it or not.
Now, once the collar is fully charged, everything else happens within the SpotOn app, which is available on iOS and Android. Now, from the app, you can add and manage multiple collars. You can create and edit fences, monitor activity, and enable optional tracking features if you want to. Now, fence creation is where SpotOn really stands out. You've got 2 ways of doing it. You can create a fence by drawing the fence directly in the app using satellite imagery, or you can get out there and walk the boundary with the collar for maximum precision. Now, fences can be any shape, any size, and they start at around 1/3 of an acre and they go up to extremely large properties. And you can use them at home while you're traveling or on vacation. You can also add keep-out zones like gardens, pools, or sheds, overlapping fences, or even a fence within a fence layout. Now, once a fence is saved, it is stored directly on the collar, not the app, which is why it works even without cell service. Now let's talk about the features that the Nova Edition brings to the table, starting with the thing SpotOn is most known for: accuracy. The Nova Edition uses SpotOn's patented true location GPS, now powered by a 151 satellite network across 4 global systems: GPS, Galileo, GLONASS, and Beidou. May have mispronounced that. So it's not just more satellites. Nova's real advantage is what SpotOn calls a triple hardware threat: an active dual band antenna, dual feed reception, and dual band receiver. So instead of just the collar and guessing based on GPS dots, it's built to calculate where your dog actually is, even when they're in motion. Now, that matters a lot under heavy tree cover or near metal buildings or barns or uneven terrain or completely off the grid. Next up is your fences, because this is where SpotOn really gives you a ton of control. Now, with a Nova, you can create fences as small as a third of an acre to a half an acre to 100,000 plus acres. And it's not just circles. You can build the fence by drawing it in the app, or you can go outside and walk the boundary if you really want more precise layout. Now, SpotOn also lets you do advanced layouts like overlapping fences or a fence within a fence setup, and you can do keep out zones for pools and gardens, barns, driveways, anywhere you don't want your dog to go. And once that fence is created, it is stored on the collar itself, not just in the cloud, so it keeps working even if you lose Wi-Fi or you don't have cell service. Now, one of SpotOn's biggest advantages is no required subscriptions. You do not need a subscription for GPS containment, boundary enforcement, or fence alert. It works right out of the box. SpotOn does offer an optional tracking plan, and it's totally your choice. If you add it, you unlock real-time tracking in the app. You get escape notifications, battery alerts, manual feedback from your phone, activity maps, and you get custom voice commands. And you can cancel at any time. There's no forced monthly fees and there's no lock-in. Now, SpotOn also includes a full step-by-step training program created by certified trainers. And the training structure is simple: tone first, then vibration, then you get optional static correction. Everything is adjustable in the app. And if you want extra help, SpotOn includes free one-on-one virtual training sessions with real trainers. Now, finally, the real world stuff. Nova is built for outdoor use with 33 plus hours of battery life, with tracking enabled, even longer with the extended battery mode on. Get fast charging, IP67 waterproof protection. It's safe in the rain, snow, mud, and swimming. And it's also designed to operate in extreme temperatures. We're talking minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And SpotOn is designed, built, and supported right here in New Hampshire, USA. And that means actual customer support from real people, not a chatbot. Now, this next section here is the most important part of the entire video, the real world testing. Now, we're not just testing SpotOn Nova in one ideal environment. The goal here is to see how it's designed to handle real conditions, whether that's open fields, wooded areas, or residential spaces, all of it.
So I'm out here in the woods with the Nova series, and what I'm aiming for is consistency. I want consistency and accuracy. Now I'm not using tracking. I'm already paying for tracking on the Omni series. So I want to see where this touches off on my border. I know where my border is set up at, and when it goes off, as it is now, I want to check and make sure it's at the same spot. So check this little tree here, and I think this is really, really cool. So I'm going to back it up, let the collar go back off again, and then I'm going to approach that tree again and see if I'm in the exact same position or if I'm a little bit off. Keep in mind, this is heavy tree cover and a lot of cloud cover today. There it is, right on the tree. Now that is pretty precise for this collar, especially with the heavy tree cover and heavy cloud coverage today. It's been rainy all day. Now I'm out here in the wide open sky, no tree coverage, underneath the power lines. I'm out here on the power line run, but other than that, it's pretty clear and open view of the sky, even though it's really cloudy. So we got this going off right here, and what I do here is I'm just going to draw a line in the dirt and then back off, do the same exact thing I did back in the woods. Just back it off and check for consistency. I like to do that with these collars to see that they're hitting off at the same exact spot, because most of them advertise, between 3 and 5 feet, things of that nature. So let's turn and look at it again. And I'm right on that line. That's pretty incredible for the SpotOn Nova series thus far. Either in the wide open sky or deep in the woods, it's hitting at the exact same point. And that's really incredible when you think about it. But here we are in my backyard, kind of a little bit of a mixture of open and tree canopy. And here, aggravating the chickens a little bit, throw a rock down on the ground where I'm at. Again, same thing, just going to back it up a little bit and then check it for consistency here in the backyard where, like I said, we got a little bit of a mixture of tree coverage and some open areas too. Just check the rock. I'm one stride past the rock this time, so just a little bit off. We're maybe talking 2 feet here in my backyard with some buildings around as well.
Well, the SpotOn Nova Edition is clearly built for large or irregular properties, rural or wooded land, owners would travel with their dogs, and dogs that just need reliable boundaries beyond a backyard. It may be overkill for very small yards or owners looking for a budget option, or for dogs that don't spend a whole lot of time outdoors. This is a system that's designed for people who just want flexibility and reliability, not just convenience. Ultimately, the Spot On edition is priced at $999. That includes US shipping, a 1-year warranty, 90-day returns, and US based customer support. There is no required subscription again for fencing, which is a big deal at this price point. And if you use our link in the description box and enter excited at checkout, you'll save $75 instantly. Now, that discount is available right now and it helps take a bit off the edge of that upfront cost. The SpotOn Nova Edition is clearly positioned as a very premium GPS dog fence. It's built for real environments, not just ideal conditions. Now, we've added the link and the discount code for you in that description box. Just scroll down and you'll see it right there. And if you have any questions about your specific property or dog, drop them in the comments. And if you want to see deeper comparisons or some long-term results, let us know what you'd like us to cover next. We appreciate everybody watching Petcited, and we will see you in the next video.